Hello. Welcome to Storytime. Today's story is a very special story. But before I get started, I would like to say hello to some very special friends. I would like to offer a huge hello to the Bacon family. Hello. And to my friend Mike Chavez. And to Rocco. And to Jackson and Ella. And to Rocco and Minya. And to Dorian and Carmen. And to Ellie and Joe and Jacob and Holly. And I'd definitely like to give a super hello to Remington. And to Forrest and Sky. And to Isaac, who makes really good drawings. Also to Grayson and Mason and Kavik and Andre and all of her little brothers and sisters. Hello. Well, today's story, it's about being surprised. Have you ever been surprised? A lot of times, people jump out and surprise you, and they think that you're thinking that it's funny. But sometimes it's not really funny. Has that ever happened to you? Well, let's see what happens here. This is called The Most Surprised I've Ever Been. It's about Marcel the Shell. Marcel the Shell. And it's by Dean Fleischer-Camp and Jenny Slate. These are my shoes. This is my eye. This is me, Marcel. I'm feeling pretty good about that. One thing about a new day, you absolutely never know where it's going to go. Even if you know where it starts. Usually in the morning, I get out of my bed and I start my day. I don't read the newspaper because it turns my shoes black. And I can't have the coffee because one time I took half a sip and I didn't blink for 5 hours. But that's not the surprise I wanted to tell you about. I wanted to tell you about the day that I got the most surprised. I remember how the day began. I was walking on the blanket with Alan and thinking about how much I love cake. I'm not exactly sure what happened next. All I remember is this. 1, I am walking on the blanket. 2, I am sailing through the cool morning air 200 centimeters off the ground. Sometimes, when something truly surprising happens, it feels like it lasts a long time, even if it really doesn't. I was probably only up there for a few seconds, but I felt like much, much more. Everything looked so small. I could see the whole rug and all of its far-flung fringes. I could see the tennis sneakers, but I could not smell its stink. That means it's snack time. I love snack time. I'm gonna go get a snack. You should probably get one too. I'll be right back. This is a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. Have you ever had a peanut butter and pickle sandwich? I haven't. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a very good snack. No, I don't like, it's not a good snack. It is not one. That is not a good snack. Whew. Goodness. I don't even know why that exists. Well, sometimes you don't always get the perfect snack. But I don't know about you, but when that happens to me, I get antsy. You know how after you have a snack, you're supposed to do a little bit of exercise? Well, my friend Dina was telling me about a really great exercise that she knows about. And it's called a punk rock break dance. And I guess all that you need to do is have some kind of music that goes like or something like that, and or you can have a drum, or just in your head you can go ba 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 ba, and then you just dance for a while. Ba 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 ba. It's something like that. Anyway, if you get a chance, you should try it. Peanut butter and pickle. Well, let's get back to the story. I could see the tennis sneakers, but I could not smell its stink. I even saw the baby. He didn't seem to be the beast that the local news warned us about. He just seemed sleepy and fat. I don't know why they put him in the jail. I saw my grandmother's house, even from such a tall, strange height. It made me feel the way it always makes me feel, happy and sweet and safe. Her name is Nana Connie. She has one of those big, old-fashioned breads. It's French. I felt the wind on my shell and I thought about her journey when she was my age. Her family traveled here by coat pocket. That's actually where she met my grandfather, who was handsome and dashing and good. She still sleeps on the left side of the bread. I thought about my own bread and how it's just a plain white square. My Nana reminds me that sometimes things should be beautiful, just to be beautiful. And then suddenly I couldn't go any higher. And I felt weightless. And for a second, I think I stopped moving. I thought about how astronauts do this as a job. They go up there just to look around and just to tell us about that. I saw everything in its place all at once. It was the quietest quiet I've ever heard. And before I could take it all in, I started to fall back down. And the world beneath me was getting bigger and bigger, and my shell made a whistling noise. I've never heard that before, I thought. I was scared. I thought about the other times I've been surprised, and I didn't know what to do. One time an airplane crashed on the rug. Luckily, nobody was aboard. They think that's probably why it crashed. One time I was babysitting, and the baby said its first word was macaroni. And another time a popcorn went off right in front of my face. But this time, took the cake. So all of that, the suddenly and the sailing and the seeing and the whistling and the falling, that was the most surprised I've ever been. And so as quickly as it started, the whistling stopped, and I stopped, and the rest of the day began. The end. That's a pretty good book. Boy, I sure have been surprised a lot. And there's a lot to be surprised about lately. Sometimes, you know when you have a new thing, and all of a sudden you get really excited about the new thing, and then after a while, you realize, well, maybe I'm not as excited as I was. Well, then it's important to keep busy and think of something great to do. One thing you could do is learn a language. Off der Rees. Off der Rees? I think that means a trip, like they're going on a journey. I think it's German. I don't know German, but you could learn German. You got a little extra time. Also, it's always good to look around for people that you can help. That's the best way to pass the time. You might make a video like this and send it to your grandparents. Maybe you can read them a story. They would love that. Or a friend. or you. I want to thank you very much for coming to Storytime. Let's do this again tomorrow. I'll see you then.